The iconic Kaali Peeli taxis of Mumbai. For decades, if one had to conjure up a picture of Mumbai in their mind, the imagery would be incomplete without the city's black and yellow Premier Padmini taxis.
In my childhood, the most iconic image that I would see on the streets of Mumbai was a Kaali Peeli taxi, right? And that used to be the Premier Padmini or Fiat taxis.
The Kaali Peeli taxis were more than just a mode of transport. They were attached to every aspect of the city. But now it's time to say goodbye. Giving way to newer models and app-based cab services, these black and yellow taxis, the Kaali Peelis, will now bow out from Mumbai's streets. As the city bids farewell to one of its most iconic symbols, Abdul Karim Karsekar, the owner of Mumbai's last Premier Padmini taxi, voiced his love for the vehicle. A Transport Department official said the last Premier Padmini was registered as a black and yellow taxi at the Tardeo RTO, which has jurisdiction over the island city of Mumbai, on October 29, 2003. As the age limit for cabs in the city is 20 years, Mumbai officially won't have a Premier Padmini taxi from Monday onwards.
जो वर्ल्ड में हाईएस्ट ब्लैक एंड येलो टैक्सी मुंबई शहर में था। कहाँ भी अगर लंदन में जाए तो भी 60,000 टैक्सियां नहीं थी, वर्ल्ड में किधर भी नहीं था। मुंबई शहर में ये जो प्रीमियर पद्मिनी की वजह से गाड़ियां बढ़ गई, 63,000 था।
Reflecting back on what it has been like to drive around the city over the past few decades, Karsekar shared heartwarming stories of passengers choosing his cab for special rides, capturing forever memories in the iconic cab.
मैं दादर में बाबू भाई भवन जी के इधर खड़ा था, तो एक अच्छी खासी कार लेके आए, आगे लगा दिए मेरे। उसमें से उतर के अच्छा खासा आदमी सूट बूट पहना हुआ आके मेरे दरवाजा खोल के बैठ गया। बोला एक कार के पीछे लेके जाओ। थोड़े टाइम के लिए मैं थोड़ा ये हो गया, बोले ऐसी क्या बात है कि भाई उनके कार के पीछे मैं जाओ। तो मैं पूछा साहब क्या है, तो बोले नहीं मेरे को इसमें बैठना है, मेरे को शौक है इसमें बैठने का। तो मैं डोंगरी तक इनके साथ गया।
The iconic taxis also have an interesting history of their own.
I always used to wonder, why are these taxis yellow and black? Because London, where I had traveled to, the taxis were black, and in US they were yellow. Much later in life I realized the person responsible for this unique combination was a man called V.B. Gandhi. And in the fort area, if you have been to Kala Ghoda, there is a street named after him. He was the person who came up with the idea of having yellow on top so that it is easily visible from a distance, and black below so that all the dirty stains on the streets of Mumbai can't be easily seen.
A few years ago, the Mumbai Taximen's Union, one of the biggest taxi drivers' unions in the city, had petitioned the government to preserve at least one Kaali Peeli, albeit without any success. Abdul says his cab is his pride and joy, and although it is difficult to get spare parts for the Premier Padmini nowadays, he still wants to preserve the cab at his own expense if the government permits.
ये क्या है, पहली बात तो क्या है, ये मुंबई की ये प्रीमियर कंपनी फियाट टैक्सी थी और ये मुंबई की एक शान थी जिसको सब लोग पसंद करते हैं। ये हमारी जान है, हम इससे बहुत खुश है, चलाने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है। लेकिन अभी ये स्क्रैप में जाएगी तो इसके लिए सरकार ने सोचना मांगता है कि भाई एक मुंबई की एक शान है, एक पहचान के हिसाब से रखो इसको।
This transition comes shortly after the phasing out of the last iconic diesel-run double-decker buses in the best fleet, which marked the end of their 15-year life. The consecutive retirements of these two iconic and crucial modes of public transport have left Mumbai's transportation history enthusiasts disheartened. Hence, the demand to preserve at least one Premier Padmini, either on the road or at a museum.